Hi, Joe Heron here from Aquarius Fishing. Last year, I was challenged with designing and tying brand new fly patterns to try in Cozumel. We fished these flies heavily from spring through the fall. Out of the dozen new patterns, 3 of them stood out as clear winners, producing more strikes than anyone could imagine. I then tested these flies throughout other parts of Mexico, the Florida Keys and up the Biscayne, all producing overwhelming results. I will never not have them in my fly box. So to get started, coming in at number 3, this is one of my favorites because I named it after my former business partner and longtime friend, Carlos Vega. This pattern is derived from a classic traditional bonefish pattern, but has a hint of flair, just like Carlos. So let's check out the Crazy Carlos. For this fly, I'm using a Temco 811S hook in a size number 6. Additionally, I am using tan 6/0 tying thread made by Orvis. I prefer this particular tan as it has a hint of gold to it. Now wrap your thread to the front of the hook. Now I secure the black bead chain. Notice I position the bead further away from the eye of the hook, as most of the material is secured just in front of the bead. Several figure 8s are needed to secure the bead chain in place. Now wrap your thread towards the bend of the hook. For the tail, I am using a clump of 10 crystal flash fibers in a gold color. Tighten down your crystal flash and then trim off the excess and save for a future fly. Trim the tail equal to the length of the shank. For the body, I am using gold flat diamond braid. Position the braid to the length of the body so no trimming is needed. Reposition your thread in front of the bead chain. Now, wrap the diamond braid forward, overlapping each wrap to the front of the fly. Be careful to avoid the barb of the hook, as the barb can fray the braid. Make a figure 8 pattern around the bead chain. Wrapping your figure 8 tightly will help secure the bead chain in place, as diamond braid is extremely tough to break. Now, trim off the excess braid. For the wing, we use Arctic fox hair. Be sure to remove some of the guard hairs and thin the underbelly to save from bulk. Tie the Arctic fox ahead of the bead chain. The hair can be quite silky, and a jam wrap is needed to firmly secure the hair. Trim and tighten down the remainder of the Arctic fox. Next, pick one strand of grizzly flutter legs and fold them in half. Place the folded legs on top of the fly and secure tightly. Trim the legs just beyond the length of the Arctic fox hair. Next, add 4 strands of pearl crystal flash. I've taken one strand and folded it twice to avoid wasting material. Trim the pearl flash to the length of the Arctic fox. For the antenna, take one strand of black crystal flash and fold it in half. Tie the crystal flash on top of the fly. I like to leave my antenna long, so I trim the black flash the same length as the legs. A bit longer does not hurt. A few wraps here to clean up the head. Here comes the trickiest part of the fly. I've selected barred tan and black saddle hackle and stripped the longer barbs from the quill, allowing for the feather to match the length of the fly. When securing the saddle hackle, I like to grab a few barbs with the tying thread. This helps lay the feather flat against the body of the fly and, more importantly, secures the feather tighter to the hook. I repeat, adding an additional saddle hackle to the opposite side of the fly. A few wraps here to clean up the head. Let's whip finish the head and cut the thread. Finally, let's wrap up this fly pattern by cementing the head. I like to use Loon UV head cement. Flow is a perfect choice for this fly. And there you have the Crazy Carlos.